Hello everyone, and welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, a weekly series where I, Dalton,
And Cody.
cover some of the news from the past week that we either find interesting or have an opinion on. Let's get started. And first topic of the week. Microsoft plans to isolate assholes on the Xbox One. While the reputation system means little to nothing on the 360, on the Xbox One, Microsoft plans to make it so in matchmaking, people with good reputation will be grouped together, and so will people with bad reputation. This means that all of the assholes will be grouped in the same lobbies together, and the rest of us will be left to frolic and be happy without 12-year-olds calling us faggots.
This makes me happy for a number of reasons. One, Microsoft is stepping up their game since E3. Two, I really hate 12-year-olds. And three, I really hate 12-year-olds calling us faggots. Especially because when I actually used to play Call of Duty games, like religiously, I would always have to deal with, little kids on there and just acting like they're all big and bad and stuff, and I hate it. I'm sure everyone else does too, and I'm really glad that Microsoft is planning on doing this. What about you?
Oh, definitely me too. Not just little kids, just like there are a bunch of assholes on Xbox. So on the Xbox One, you can actually mark them as bad reputation and it do something, whereas on the 360 it's just kind of useless. You don't really even see that unless you go on their profile. But if you mark an asshole as an asshole on the Xbox One, they're not going to be grouped with decent people anymore. And so that'll definitely make everyone's experience better, unless you're a douchebag. And then in that case, you don't deserve a good experience. You'll be grouped with other douchebags. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. Microsoft is definitely making some improvements. I mean, at E3, their console just looked terrible, beyond terrible, but they're actually doing something, which is nice. Although I'm sure PS4 will start to integrate some of this stuff too, because it's kind of obvious that they should. But that's all I have to say on that topic. So let's go on to the next one.
Ooh.
You know how when you buy things like Microsoft points, Xbox Live subscriptions, or anything similar, you have to type in a painfully long code to get it working? Well, Microsoft plans to remedy this problem with the Xbox One by snapping a QR code on the cards and having the Kinect read them.
Now, this makes me happy, but also kind of disappoints me at the same time, because if I were to get an Xbox One, which I'm not, but if I were, I would have the Kinect off pretty much all the time, because I just don't like the idea of the Kinect. Never have, never will. But I am happy that what they're doing with a QR code, because as a person who actually buys this kind of stuff, I hate typing in codes. Like, it's not that bad of a deal, but I still don't really like it all that much. I would like for Sony to do the same thing. Not with the Kinect.
It's nice that I'm sorry, did I cut you off there?
Oh, no, it's okay, go ahead.
It's very nice that they're doing this, most definitely. They're stepping into the 21st century and beginning to integrate QR codes instead of having us type in a just horribly long. It's 25 characters on the Xbox, and it's just about halfway under that on the PS3, which is still long. But they're remedying this problem with the Kinect. I'm glad they're actually putting it to use and making it not entirely useless. For the gestures and things like that, I think the Kinect is just gonna be a toy that everyone's bored of within like 10 minutes, or it's gonna be useless essentially. But I'm glad they're actually putting it to use with this, and I'm glad they're taking advantage of the resources that they have. And as I said with the last story, Microsoft's stepping up their game, and they're doing stuff that Sony hasn't said they're gonna do yet. But I'm sure they'll probably follow suit and do the same things. Especially with Sony having essentially it's the Kinect, but you have to buy it separately. They'll probably do the same thing. But that's about all I have to say on this. So
I'm just going to say one more thing, in that I'm hoping that they'll keep on improving this, because the Xbox One really disappointed me. Microsoft really disappointed me at the E3 conference, and I just really want to praise them for stepping up their game.
Yeah, between this and from a few weeks ago, them removing the DRM and removing the region locks and the things like that, they're definitely stepping up their game. They're realizing that their product is not going to get sales with their current with their older business model, and they're realizing that they need to step it up and actually be better to the consumers. Which the problem is, though, their reputation is already so damaged. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to recover from it. The PS4's pre-orders are still way ahead. They have a lot to recover from, but maybe they can if they keep doing small things like this. It adds up.
It's Microsoft. They'll bounce back. They have enough fanboys to do so.
Oh, I actually really am rooting for the Xbox One to get better because I think that they have the potential to have a good console. They just haven't quite done that yet. And as of now, I'm still for the PS4. But hopefully, Xbox One will actually become competition fairly soon. But that's about all I have to say on this.
On to the next topic.
Here's a little public service announcement for you. Ubisoft security has been breached. If you have a Uplay account, it is recommended that you change your password as quickly as possible. And also, if you have any accounts on any other websites with the same password as that, you might want to change those too, because they have access to that now. And you don't want them having access to that for obvious reasons. Things like getting your credit card information or even signing into your YouTube account can be a big deal. So, yeah.
I should probably really go do that.
You probably should. I did it actually right before the episode. I'm lazy. I saw this earlier this week, and I actually just didn't bother, which was stupid, but, you know, I should have, and you guys should now. Go do that. It's a good idea. You don't want your credit card information getting stolen.
You kind of really don't, but on to the next topic.
All right. Don Mattrick, the president of Microsoft's game division, has announced that he is leaving Microsoft to work as the CEO of Zynga, a company that specializes in Facebook and mobile games, such as Farmville. Now, you may be wondering why he'd leave Microsoft for a failing company, but it is also reported that his salary will be a whopping $50 million. Almost said $5 million.
$50 million. Now, you could do so much with $50 million, and, you know, I'd leave Microsoft for $5. But no, really, if I was offered to, like, leave a company or, like, join their company for $50 million, I'd be out of there in 5 minutes. That is a lot of money, and, like, yeah, Microsoft is, like, a big company, and Zynga is a failing company, but maybe they can actually bounce back. I mean, if they're offering $50 million, then they pretty much have to be able to bounce back from that.
They definitely have a little bit of wiggle room in their cash. With offering $50 million to him. Damn, $50 million. Wow. I mean, even if the company goes down this year and then Don Mattrick's out of work, if they last for a year and he gets his $50 million, he could quit and never work again, and his kids would never have to work again. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. There's no reason for him not to take this job offer. I don't care how much Microsoft's paying him, because I'm sure it's not this much, especially with him leaving. So, I mean, good on him. I mean, Xbox One could have been a big fail, and he could have been jumping out of there in the right time and getting $50 million in the process. It's good. Good for him. I would have done the same thing if I were in his position.
Well, at least he'll have enough money to buy an Xbox One now.
And that's actually all the news we had this week. And
it's been a slow week.
It's been a very slow week. We picked a bad week to come back. Sorry about the past 2 weeks, by the way. We actually have been very busy. The first week, I was getting back from camp and was horribly tired. And then the second week, it was Cody's fault. But, I mean, he had a legitimate reason also. So.
Yeah, don't blame me. You know, it's all good.
Yeah, so we'll try to get the schedule back on track. Just the past 2 weeks have been pretty bewildering. Let's
just finish this off by talking about what kind of games we've been playing this week. You go first.
Alright, well, this week I've pretty much been no-lifing Minecraft, specifically Tekkit. It's a mod pack. I've been no-lifing that with friends, and we've been making an underwater village, so that's fun, except making it underwater has been a bitch, to say the least. But yeah, that's been fun. And then let me see. I also played some Team Fortress 2 the past few days. Getting back into that. I have like 600 hours on TF2, but none of them have been logged since like Halloween of last year. Because I got tired of it. I played it way too much. But I'm back into it now, and I'm very much enjoying it. And I'm trying to get a lot of friends to start playing with me. And so maybe I'll start, going on TF2 binges again. And also, that's what the gameplay is this week. So that's why that's the gameplay. What about you, Cody?
Well, first of all, just a heads up. If he gets on a TF2 binge, you're going to be seeing TF2 gameplay for the next few weeks.
It's not going to stop.
Okay, I have been playing a lot of Infamous. Like, I've been trying to, 100% both Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. It's harder than it seems. Like, there's a lot of stuff to get in Infamous 1. But yeah, I've been doing that mainly. I've also been playing a bit of Skyrim a lot. I just randomly quit. And I've also been playing, It's in Killing Floor. Their new summer event just came out. They got some new DLC and they have a new map. It's and some new guns too. I'd also look into that. Killing Floor is a great game. I love Killing Floor. And like Dalton said, we've been making an underwater base on Take It Minecraft, so that's been really really fun. But yeah, that's really all the kind of games I've been playing this week. Oh no, I've also been playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and starting that. And it's really fun.
Well, I'm glad that you play a lot more games than I do. Maybe not quite. Maybe not a lot more than I do because I just know life-specific games. But you definitely have a lot more games that you're playing at the moment. Let me see. Also, The Last of Us. I almost forgot about that because I actually finished it a few weeks ago since we haven't done an episode. The Last of Us, just to give a little mini review here, is one of the best games I've ever played. I was thinking about it the other day, and I realized that the only game that I can say that I really liked more than it is like Portal 1. So it's maybe like my second favorite game of all time. It's just incredible. Everything about it, the character development, the dynamic between characters, the gameplay, it's just so good. I like it because throughout the entire game you never really feel like a god. You kind of have to struggle through the entire game, and that's a very good thing. And this is even on normal difficulty. So it's just a fun game, and I would recommend it to anyone. If you have a PS3, buy it, and if you don't have a PS3, buy a PS3 and buy The Last of Us because it's incredible.
I have yet to play it, but the way Dalton's talking about it, I really really want to play it now.
I'm out of words to describe how good it is. Play it. If you have the option, please do.
Alright, well, I guess that's all we've got for this week.
Alright, if you enjoyed, sorry about the short episode by the way, but if you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe if you want to see more like this. And leave comments also if you have any stories that you'd like us to cover next week, or if you have any opinions on stories this week. We definitely like to hear those. But we'll see you guys next week.